Hi, I'm Miro, and welcome back to Driftwood. So last time we got assigned to a project, and we had the silent girl be our partner. So yeah, now we're gonna try and do our project. Also, I got a Facebook message. Sorry. Let's continue. The interior is like taking a step back in time. It gives off this 70s or 80s feeling. The wall is covered with a massive black board that has seen decades of abuse with yellow tinted chalk. Ew. I have to turn down the volume. Old knickknacks ranging from plastic brand names doll to science projects litter every corner of the room. The only thing clean are the tables, which are massive and heavy. Black granite makes up the countertops of each, and they seem to give off a little twinkle as if recently polished. The light shining in through the window helps as well, since the rain has subsided for the day. I take the closest seat to the door and settle myself in. Wait, I'm forgetting what we're doing now. I think it's another class? Class starts and I find that the teacher for math is a frumpy old guy who has little interest in me, but more in just teaching the curriculum. Okay, we're doing math. Nice. Math class ends up being a complete drag, but luckily Matt has cheered up a bit, returning to his old obnoxious self. He helps the class become a bit more entertaining, yelling out random numbers as the teacher instructs. Amazingly, half the time the numbers are the correct answers. Wow. Somehow that doesn't surprise me very much. After math, I have a terribly boring chemistry class where I see no one familiar. Even worse, the teacher doesn't even bother introducing themselves to me. Classes finally end after hours of note-taking and going over homework, which I was fortunate enough not to be around due to traveling here during the middle of the week. Math has never been my strong point, nor is it something I really enjoy, and the chemistry teacher was just a terribly boring speaker. Yeah, I know that feeling. Fucking math. I hate it. I try my best to make it out of the school without any hold-ups, wanting to get back to my room and relax a bit. Luckily no one bothers me and I'm able to head back to the dorms without any interruptions. So, did I meet all the girls? So there's Yuko, Helen, Taryn, that girl with pink hair, I don't remember her name. There's 4 girls for now. Yeah, I think we met all of them. The mixture of boring chemistry class, math I can hardly understand, and walking back to the dorms along the rather soggy grass and pathway leaves my head pounding. At least the weather has cleared up and it's no longer raining. The garden area of the dorms is clustered with people, mostly in small contained groups. Due to my headache, I'm not really interested in talking to anyone, so I try my best not to catch any unwanted attention as I leisurely walk towards the front entrance of my dorm. A flash of pink bounces in front of me and I stop dead in my tracks. Oh, May. Her name is May. How could I forget? I even named the part May and Yuko last time. Sorry. Hi, Marcus. Oh, hey. As much as I want to talk to May, well, no, I really don't. How's it going? Good. Kind of tired. Huh? May gives me this faulty look as if I were ruining some plan of hers by being tired. Yeah, I was thinking I might just get my homework done, grab some dinner and head to bed early. May's pout forms into a confused and odious contortion of her lips. I reached up to rub the side of my face, unsure as to what I said that bothered her so much. What? That's not good. Are you going to meet new people if outside of class you just do homework and sleep? Well, I figure I get to know people over time. School just started a few weeks ago. May shakes her head frantically before pausing and glancing to herself. To her left. What? A tall blonde-haired figure steps closer to join the conversation. Who the fuck are you? The guy who towers over May offers me a firm nod of acknowledgement before turning his attention down to the pink-haired annoyance of a girl. I'm gonna head across. Okay, wait for me. May's eyes dart from the tallest guy's frame back towards me, an idea burning up inside her head to the point she blurts it out. Oh, Marcus, you should come with us. Marcus? She? Yeah, of course. Jesus Christ, man. He's new. May bounces up and down on her heels as if excited by the idea of having me join the two of them, wherever they're going. Oh, he's the new kid, huh? He lifts out a fist towards me, offering his knuckles and greeting much like Kyrie did. Kyrie? Who the fuck is Kyrie? Wait, did I meet somebody else? Kyrie. I really not sure. Yeah, okay. I lift my arm up and loosely punch my knuckles to his, taking the time to give him a good look over. He looks like a mix between a preppy kid and a jock. His hair is cut short and he has a cigarette hanging from between his lips. This is Gerber. He's a senior like you, but has different homeroom. The blonde-haired guy's eyes narrow, yoked at what is said. It's Garen. Ah, Garen, alright. Call him Gerber. He gets so upset and embarrassed. Garen tenses up at my obnoxious banter and lets out a deep breath, looking to me with a threatening glare. Don't. I won't. Nicknames have never been really my thing. I read it backwards, I'm just realizing. Sorry about the pause. My reassuring smile does enough to settle Garen down, and he thumps his elbow into May's side. Ow. I'm going across, you're welcome to come if you want. The statement isn't directed at May in particular, and Garen's eyes flicker towards me. May quickly recovers from the elbow and smiles excitedly towards me. Come on, you can do your work later. So I'm sure I'll go, it's like going to May's route. I'll go. Sure. Alright, well, sure, I'll go. The homework I had really wasn't that much anyway, so walking around and enjoying the rest of the day before it gets dark might be the remedy for my headache. May gives a happy grin at my answer and quickly bounces off towards the path back to school. I look to Garen and he shrugs, pacing after May and forcing me to follow his lead. I walk with the two of them across the school campus. The whole trip May rants on and on about how much she dislikes her classes and how hard being a freshman is compared to 8th grade. It's a little unnerving hearing someone say being a freshman in high school is hard, considering it's probably one of the easiest academic years of anyone's life, at least around this part of the country. Once we make it off campus, she shuts up about her classes and focuses more on trying to talk with Garen and I. So, Marcus, what do you think you're going to do when you graduate? I think I'm going to try and get into photography school. I paused at the steps of the shop we were about to enter, thinking over what May had just asked. The question strikes me bluntly. I have been so wrapped up with coming to the new school to just finish senior year. I haven't bothered to even look up my colleges or think about what I want to do in life aside from my hobbies. I've never really given it much thought. And, okay. I guess something involving video games or something artsy like writing. You write? Not very much, but I like creating concepts of stories. Oh, that's cool. You can make a visual novel, so you can write and make a video game at the same time. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I think you might have better luck with gaming if you mean making them. Writers are too hit or miss, especially when you have crap like fanfics getting turned into movies. Haha, is this a reference to 50 Shades of Grey? If you didn't know, 50 Shades of Grey is supposed to be a fanfiction for Twilight. So yeah. I know that we step inside the small convenience pharmacy store Matt and I had walked by earlier. The smell of the store reminds me distinctly of my stay at the hospital, which brings me on the memories of why I'm here to begin with. It's not like my past is something that I want to forget, but the whole experience of protecting Mikhail and cheating death has left its wounds in my mind just as it has on my body. It just kinda sucks. Best to think about what's at hand instead. I watch as May and Garen scan through the most small aisles of the store and pick up things they needed. May buys a bunch... what the fuck am I saying? May buys a box of hard candies that will probably make a bunch of noise when she eats them, and Garen buys a pack of cigarettes. Of course. So cliché. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of smokers. The smell of it always makes me gag, and I always thought it was a huge waste of money figuring out how much they cost a pack. I don't know about this, it's kinda relaxing to smoke, really. Although I don't really smoke cigarettes, I'm more of a cigar guy. Garen doesn't share the same view though, nearly throwing out $10 for a single pack. I'm sure he has the money for them. $10? What? That's a bit much. Usually they cost from $2 to $5, and cigar costs like $6, $7. $10 for cigarettes is really, unless there's like 50 of them, in that case okay. But usually a pack has like 20 of them. They finish buying their things and we all step outside, where Garen immediately lights up a cigarette from the pack he just bought and brings it to his lips with a contented sigh. Contented. I sit a good distance away and make sure not to be downwind, avoiding smoke in my face. May does the same, plopping down beside me. So, do you like it so far? This question is going to keep coming my way over the next few days, I'm sure. It's probably best I come up with something simple but informative enough so they don't ask me really bad questions afterwards. It's been good. The classes are a little longer than I was expecting. The lunch is okay and the people seem friendly and open to helping me out. Classes are longer because there are only a handful of teachers in the school. Half the time I feel like the school's a joke. What do you mean? Garen raises his eyebrow at me, as if curious as to why I didn't get what he meant. Well, I mean, come on, we have uniforms but they aren't mandatory to wear. We don't have any sports teams or any place for sport-related things, and yet we have dorms. May pouts, shaking her head. Yeah, but you can still go to the public school and they all have that stuff. Regardless, the point is, this is a private school that has the same, if not worse, facilities than the public school in Massachusetts, yet we're supposed to be one of the best in the state. It's laughable, really. There's really no reason to come to this school unless you're staying in the dorms, which fortunately hardly costs any money. I think you're just being a pessimist. Maybe, but it's true. Garen gives a small shrug and looks towards me as he takes in a heavy breath of the contents of the cigarette, breathing a soft billow of smoke that drifts off into the wind. All I can say is that it's surprising how high quality the dorms are for the amount of money it costs to stay in them. Seems a bit underpriced. I think it might be a way for parents to get their kids out of the house so they don't have to worry about them. I glance towards May and Garen's eyes follow. It takes him a second to realize my slight joke, but he grins and nods his head. Perhaps. May doesn't catch it, going way overhead of Jesus fucking Christ, man. Going way over her head as she chews absent-mindedly on her candy. Garen's eyes stare towards me for a time, and I feel like he's trying to figure something out about me. Something wrong? You're not from around here, right? You didn't go to the public school for your first 3 years, did you? No, I'm actually from Boston. Garen raises an eyebrow slightly as if this had deepened his interest. Boston, huh? And you're 17? Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't turn into 20 questions again. Interesting. And you came to this school because... It was mostly my parents' decision, I don't really know why. I blatantly lied, not really wanted to talk to them about the fact that I was the person who was mentioned on the news a few months ago in connection with a series of shootings. Garen looks at me with disbelief, seeming to know I wasn't telling all of the truth. Huh, alright. It goes silent for the most part, and May continues on with her banter, talking about her classes and a little bit of gossip about some of the kids at the school. I blank most of it out and just stare out at the street, watching as cars drive by, some of which are filled with students still in their uniforms on their way home. And Yuko is apparently going to start dating this year. The mention of Yuko brings me back into the conversation, and I glance towards Meg with interest. Huh? She's somewhere for dating people now. She's never gone on a date with anyone, most likely because of her parents and her being a snob and not wanting to waste her time or something. That doesn't seem like the Yuko I met. Maybe she was just focusing on more important stuff like schoolwork? May purses her lips and shrugs, only to return to chewing on her candies. I think her parents just didn't let her. She's really flirty with some of the guys at school. Define flirty. I'd say it's more like being slutty and leading guys on to liking her without her even sharing the feeling. Yeah, I think that's right. I think you're just mad because a guy has never been interested in you. Garen rolls his eyes, standing up as he takes one last puff from his cigarette before tossing it in an ashtray nearby. What? Where did you find an ashtray? Yeah, well, I'm going to get going. Garen starts to head off back towards the school, and stuck into his pockets. May pops up to her feet and offers me a hand. Yeah, we should get back. Yeah, May is kind of cute. But... I don't know. I don't really like her that much. Maybe I should have stayed at the dorm. Anyway. I take it and noise myself up, only to have May give me a little yank forward, coaxing me along. Surprisingly, this small conversation we all shared has helped get rid of my headache. I guess that's something I can be thankful of May for. The dorms are quiet tonight and no one seems to be doing anything interesting. Only a small cluster of people are hanging around the TV room, watching a rather boring and overrated movie. I take to my room and let the silence of the night help with getting what little homework I have done. By the time I'm done, my eyes feel heavy and I'm exhausted. Why did Matt have to wake me up so early? I set aside my work, only to notice that I have a message on my phone. It's Mikaela. How are things? Just seeing her name makes my stomach churn. I'm partially disgusted. How are things? No hello? No seeing if I even had the same number? It's been a few months without talking and she just opens up with, how are things? As if nothing happened? That bugs me. I don't know why, but it bugs me. I toss the phone carelessly away onto my desk and start over to my bed. I flop down with an aggravated sigh, staring up at the ceiling as I think over the possibility of what I can say in reply to the text. Or if I should even reply at all. Maybe it's best I don't. Maybe I can just let my old life in Boston die off. That's what most of my friends have done, figuring they all seemed to forget about me once school started. It just gives me more of a reason to try and actually make some friends here, people who I can learn from and rely on. I truly have nothing going on aside from the possibilities this new school has to offer me. I close my eyes and letting the mix of frustration, anger and dim hope settle me into a troubled sleep. Today was rather uneventful, thankfully so. I didn't get the best sleep last night and well, didn't feel all too great today. Mostly because of Mikaela's text, but at least a lot of people seem to know it didn't bother me too much, which was thoughtful of them. Sorry, I didn't. I don't know what's going on today. I feel like Like I'm tired? I don't know, I slept tonight. I don't know. That of course was the occasional greeting or introduction, but no one really piqued my interest too much. Mr. Mallard even seemed to give me a break. He didn't really bother me with doing a study period. With my last class of the day coming to an end, I have this rather empty feeling of what I want to do with my free time. There wasn't much of homework assigned today too. All of it is fairly easy and mundane, aside from the paper I have to work on with Alan. Hey man, you doing anything? Apparently I've been staring out the window for the past few minutes and Henrik has caught on to my aloofness. I was just wondering... Wondering? What? Excuse me? I was just wondering if you wanted to hang. You seemed a little quiet today. Henrik taps his finger against his chin, as if trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I can't read today. Mostly because my throat hurts, but never mind that. Lunch gives you an upset stomach? It was a little too spicy for me. No, I'm alright, just thinking a lot. Oh, homesick or something already? Hardly. I scoffed at the idea of going back to Boston and be forced through the brain-numbing days at my old school. Even if it doesn't seem like it, I really like this school more than my old one. It's more liberating and open, and the teachers are so much better. I'm learning more so than I have since freshman year, which is quite a lot. Yeah, well, you wanna hang? I would, but I need to work on Mr. Mallard's paper. Henry tilts his head for a moment, snapping his fingers as he remembers. Oh right, your partner's with Alan. Are you gonna bother trying to see what she wants to do? I think I'm just gonna work on it myself. I don't mind doing it for the both of us. Heh, I wish there were more people like you at this school. Why, so we do each other's work? Henry lost something and nods, a scarf of blonde hair hanging out from his bandana bouncing about. Pretty much. Lazy. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, me and Jay are probably just gonna be chilling, so if you slack off, come hit us up. Alright, I'll see ya. Henrik waves me off and slips out of the room, only to be replaced by Mr. Mallard. Oh, there you are. Mind if we have a word? Sure, what's up? Mallard gestures me to follow him, so I do. He leads me to his homeroom and closes the door, only to talk to me with a worried expression. Did you work with Ellen at all on the paper? Not really, no. Sorry. What the fuck? I was starting to talk without even reading. Mallard groans, reaching up to cup at the side of his head with his hands, fingertips slightly strung in his temples in what I can assume is frustration. It's a group project for a reason, you know. Right, I know, it's just... My voice dies off, not knowing how to continue without really blaming Ellen for being shy, which isn't the right thing to do. Yes, I know, I thought it might work figuring you're new. Mallard lets out a long drawn-out sigh from deep within his lungs, looking to me expectantly. Alright, you can work independently. I'll have a word with Ellen about it. It doesn't have to be like that. I'm cool working with her. Well, it is still Monday, so I don't see the point of you two fumbling around and getting nothing done. You'll both work by yourselves. Grading two people for one's work isn't morally correct in my books. Alright, I understand. Thank you. I nod and slip out of the room, making my way outside. The front entrance of the school is desolate and unpopulated, and everyone seems to already be off campus or at the dorms. At least I still have a few days to on the paper, and then I can work on anything I'm interested in, instead of coming up with a common interest with my partner. Honestly, I think I'm more worried about Ellen's reaction to having to work independently. She might take it the wrong way or something. She already seems like a derelict of a person that no one pays attention to. I slammed my head down, feeling like an utter ass for doing what I did without really meaning it. What's with the sad look? Hey, best girl, hello. The sound of the familiar voice galvanizes me, routing away the small cloud of depression hanging over my head long enough for me to see who it is. Standing before me is the blonde-haired girl from the day before, hands resting on her hips in what I can only imagine is an attempt to be bigger than she is. I just hit my balls. Jesus fucking Christ, the darts. Ow! Ow! My balls. Her body's a skinny little frame, probably not even weighing over 100 pounds. She's like a toothpick. I just don't know how I feel about the new school yet, I guess, that's all. She glares at me, speaking in an antagonizing tone, eyes darting from place to place as she speaks before eventually returning to stare at me angrily. You know, if you don't like the school, you can leave. I'm actually a bit upset by that comment. I haven't done a thing to this girl and she already seems to despise me. I don't even know why either. That's the most gut-wrenching thing about it. Oh, come on. You're the best girl, why do you have to despise me? She opens her mouth to start ranting again, but before she can wrap up, I raise my hand to stop her with the universal hold on gesture. Okay, hold up. Why do you hate me already? I've been here for like 2 days. Exactly. She scoffs and rolls her eyes. What? What? Exactly, you've been here 2 days, yet you're fitting in just fine. It pisses me off, so you piss me off. I just stare at her for a long moment in disbelief at the rationale that I'm new here. Rational? What? And that I'm fitting in. Honestly, what have I been fitting in with? Eric has made a few attempts to get to know me better, but other than that, everyone has just been kind of cautious. It's not like I'm the new biggest thing ever. Some people have simply offered me a nod and went on their merry way without another word. She's just looking at me now, she's challenging me to argument that I don't even think is worth having right now. A part of me feels like if I let her bully me around now, it would be the same for the rest of the year. A short, scrawny girl criticizing me and yelling at me for no reason doesn't seem very appealing. Tell her off. Okay. Let's tell her off. What? No, that's ridiculous. I put my foot down figuratively, of course. What? That's retarded. What do you mean it's retarded? Or is it my fault? You're the one who decided to come, so it's your fault if you don't like it. I grit my teeth slightly at this and shake my head sternly. No, I never wanted to come here. My parents forced me. Taryn's aggressive stance falters away for a moment, coming to terms and trying to recover from the statement I threw out. She doesn't seem to know what to say, and frankly, neither do I. This is the gist of the short document that I can only imagine was created to give Taryn some sort of conflict to entertain herself with. So you don't like it here? Her tones change to... Fuck. Her tones changed to a rather apologetic tone, as if forgiving me because of the fact my parents' final verdict was the reason I was here. I'm here. And was. Well, it's different, but I don't know if I like it yet. Everyone seems kind of out to lunch. What? Her eyes narrow slightly as if insulted. What do you mean by that? Well, I guess it's like everyone's in their own little world. She gives me this look that makes me feel like I have a tentacle growing out of my head. Their own world? Yeah, like they're oblivious to the real world. Sorry. I scoff, thinking at how Taryn just assumed I was here to be the new class pet for everyone to be entertained by and make friends with. Her angry expression fades, sleek blonde-haired eyebrows straightening out to a flatter curve. She actually looks approachable now, maybe even cute. Kind of get what I'm saying? Not really. Well, let me put it this way. I take a breath watching the captive green bean-eyed audience staring at me. Say you're walking down the street. Okay. And then, no, the sidewalk. You're walking down the sidewalk. Okay. And you see that someone else is walking on the path towards you. Okay. And as you get closer and closer, they don't seem to budge or move to the side at all. What does this have to do with anything? Her interaction leaves me with a helpless stare, as well as a brain that's fumbled and forgotten the point I was getting at. Nothing. Never mind. In all honesty, I had a good idea where the metaphor was going, but this is not worth saying if Terence is just going to interrupt me. I'll tell it to her later if I remember, and she doesn't steal at my guts for no reason. This reminds me of who else might end up hiding my guts, which is the shy girl in my homeroom, Alan. The thought of her slumping even further in her seat because I rejected her or something makes me feel guiltier than before. Hey, how's that book of yours? That injects me back into the conversation and I'm distracted from the ordeal of my paper and Mr. Mara's orders. It's a book? So it's not as good as you were saying before? No, it's good. Why? Are you actually going to read it? Taya lifts her chin up with disgust and arms crossing in a defensive manner. Probably not. I have better things to do. This statement nearly makes me slap my hand across my own face, in embarrassment of the human species. I'm tempted to just tell her she's an idiot and leave it at that, but I feel like that would give her an actual reason to hate me. Making friends is a higher priority than making enemies, so I just keep my mouth shut. Right, anyways, I got a lot of work to do, so I'll see you around. Alright, bye. Before I pass her, I thought popped into my head, and I immediately murmured it to her before walking on. You shouldn't judge books by their cover. I can feel Tyrine's dagger-like eyes staring at my back as I make my way to the dorms. But what I said is true, and hopefully she can get over the fact she asked me for no reason. For the time being, I have more important things to worry about, like the paper due this Monday and dealing with Mikaela. Okay, I'm gonna call this apart. My throat really hurts. And I'm really tired. So, we're gonna continue in the next part. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.